Hey guys, Dal here from Dal's Rigging and Crane Tips. Yeah, a 2019 yeah. Anyway, guys, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. Hope your families are doing well. Hope you still got it in you. Hope you still got the fight. Hope you still got the dog in you. Don't let people get you down. That's what it's about. But on this episode, I just want to address all these people asking me, how do you get into the industry? And look, I'm not coming from an ignorant place. I know what the conundrum is, all right? The conundrum is you can't get a job because you don't have experience. And you can't get experience because you don't have a job. And we go in this vicious cycle where it's like, well, how am I supposed to get in there, bro? Bruv, how am I supposed to get in the industry if I don't have experience? Because I don't have a job. I don't have a job because I don't have experience. Like, give it up, man. Give me a break. Where do I go? What do I do? Well, I tell you what you do need is you need a good attitude. You need to be persistent, and you need to not give up. And one of the things that won't get your job is sitting on the couch thinking that one of your mates are gonna ring you up and go, "Oh yeah, bro, got your job, bros. Yeah, just come in on Monday." It's not going to happen, man. Those days are over where your friends can get you jobs. You have to do it on your own. And guess what? It's going to mean something more if you do it on your own. And so, look, today I'm going to give you some tips on how to get your first job. Now, what needs to happen and what you may need to do and able to get your new job is you may need to travel. You may need to fly places. You may need to work overtime. You may need to work with a really shitty crew for a year or 6 months. But if you want to get in the game, and if you want to succeed, and if you want to get into a mean job that you one day want to be in, or if you've looked up at a big 200-ton crane or 300-ton crane and go, man, that's what I want to be, you have to do the hard yards first. I don't know how many years I sat in shit jobs, doing shit work, just sitting there in the crane going, is this me for the rest of my life? What do I sign up for? Well, yeah, there is a little bit of pain at the start, but you can easily start working towards, and if you use the things I've said in other videos, get a ticket every year. Look out for learning opportunities and start upskilling. You can very soon become in the position that you want to become. Just before I start, this is going to be a bit of a video, but I don't care. I'm sure you don't care. I'm sure if you're been busting your ass and you haven't got any success, this is a video for you. So I just want to start with a story. I've got a story of one of my friends who are getting into the industry, so this might give you some encouragement. He's got no experience in a franner, and so he rang around one company, he rang around another company, he rang around another company, he rang around this company, he rang this company. Look, I'll pay you money so I can sit in your crane and get a bit of experience. Everyone said no. Everyone said no until he tried a ninth time and he got some guy who would let him sit in his franner, do some jobs for free, and he got some experience. And so that's what I'm talking about, guys. When he told me the story, I was over the moon. I was like, bro, that's what you've got to do. You can't just think one phone call's enough and sit back on your ass and expect it all fall in your hands. And so now he's getting experience in a crane because he was persistent, he was willing to pay a little money, he was willing to travel, he was willing to keep asking. Now, every town there's cranes, every city there's cranes. There's going to be one crane out there for you, or one job out there for you, so you've got to be persistent. Now, if I was new and I had no experience, alright, this is what I'd do. I'd be like my mate Reese, who rang everyone and tried to get experience. But another thing you can do is there's some companies which will take on pretty green people. And so I just want to go over with some of these companies. So the first company is Freeo Cranes. Now look, I know some people say that they're all scabs or whatever, and you don't want to work with them, and blah blah blah. But you got to think about you. What's in it for you? All right. Well, what's in it for you is they'll probably get you on to a shut team, and so you might have to fly places. You might have to work in bad conditions. A lot of shut crew, you know, backbiters, and you know, they make rumors up, and it's a bit hard to work with. But like I said at the start, if you're persistent and you know, you can see a future where you want to be, Freeo Cranes is good for a lot of things. One, they've got a lot of work, so you get a lot of experience. Two, they've got heaps of different cranes, and so there's all these different cranes that you can add on your resume if you get on good with them and if you do well. Four, they've got work in every major city, and then if you can and if you're good, you can transfer from city to city if you don't want to work in a certain city, or if you get a start in some other place. So if you're in Australia, Freeo Cranes, all you do is you go to careers. So we go to careers here, click that, there we are, and register for future opportunities. Click that, add your resume in, and just go to their shop team, and that's how you can get some work. Even if you're rigging it first, you say, look, get me on the cranes, I've got the cranes experience, sit in with the operator when it's operating, give them half an hour or something, get in good, just keep hustling, man. That's what you got to do. That's what Reese did to get experience. You got to keep hustling, you got to keep going. So Freeo Cranes, that's a good start, plenty of work, and they'll take on some green people, man. You never know. The second place I would go, and I would put interest, is Link Force. Bro, Link Force, they love green people. The same as Freeo, pay might not be that good. Work crew might not be good. Conditions might be a bit rough. You know, I'm not sure if there's much backbiting there. But it's a start, and that's what we want. You want to start, and your first 2 or 3 years in cranes isn't going to be the easiest work. You're going to have to work, you have to get sweaty, you're going to have to do what you can just to get some experience. And then once you got experience, you can get the creamy jobs, all right? Some people fall into creamy jobs straight away, but you need to get experience before you can get these jobs. So Link Force, just go to careers. They've got a place where you can drop their resume, and so that they can call you up. Do a good resume, put it up, say you've got these tickets, and I'm sure you'll get something. Another thing you can do, wherever you live, if I live in Perth, or if you live in Sydney, type in Sydney, but go Crane Companies Perth. That's what I've got here. You type in Crane Companies Perth. All these dots here on the map are crane companies. What you do is you ring every single one, and you tell them your plight. You say, look, I've got no experience, but I'm willing, I'm keen, I'll work anytime. If someone doesn't turn up to work, I'll come in. If someone doesn't want to do a weekend job, I'll come in. Look, anytime you need me, bruv, anytime you need me, I'm there for you. Call me. This is my resume. Also, if you click on all these, if you click on all these things and all these websites, Ashburton, Crane Hire, on their websites, they've all got emails. Send a copy of your resume to the email. Just send it. Just go, hey man, I'm Todd. Here's my email. If you got any work, let me know. If you send it to every single crane company, every steel yard who's got a crane in the back, everything, I'm sure you'll hear back from one of them. All right? I'm sure you will. And if you don't, we need to keep going. You need to be persistent. You need to keep striving to get some experience. And so rigging experience with some of these things to get into a crane, you might need to work that angle. If you want to get a job being a rigger and you've got no experience rigging, start rigging. But rigging turns into crane driving. And so if they give you a start rigging first, take it and then try and get on the cranes. And then if you want experience in the cranes, try get it that way. Maybe you have to pay. There's certain training companies where you can pay money and you can get experience in the crane. And then you just say that on your resume. You know, if you know a crane competently, just say you know it competently on your resume and say you've had experience in it, and I'm sure you'll go far. The next parts that you need to do is get onto Seek. I mean, everyone knows Seek. So I never put crane operator there. I just put crane. And it seems to come up with more opportunities. And then put Western Australia. And then go Seek. and then that should come up with all your things. So just put crane. That's all you do, and then it comes up with more things. It might be more opportunities, might be more things. See, there's a lot of there's a lot of these companies here which are PGC Resources. They're just labour hire. You might have to work for them for a while. I know it's hard to work for them. The conditions aren't good, the pay's not good, but what we're after is just getting that experience. All right. Job search, the same thing. Just put in crane. That's all you do. Just put in crane and where you live. Alright? That Google one's good though. Email all of them. Email every single one. Alright? Every single one of those crane companies, they'll have an email on their website. Email them your resume. Say what's up. Now the last thing I just want you to get from this video is, where are we? It's a hack. Everyone loves a hack, bruv. Everyone loves a hack. Alright. Now I'll show you the hack. I'm going to do a separate video on resumes because it's a good idea. But the thing is having a good resume, alright? You need a good resume and you need someone professional to do it. If you don't have the money, just email me. delwyn.l.wright@gmail.com. I'll send you my template and you can just use my template. Just delete my stuff, put yours in. But what we want to do, this is the hack, bro, this is the hack, is if you get a job, alright, rigging, rolling shut, alright, this is what you do. This is the description of the job, alright? You get a description of your job. You highlight the job, alright, the description, whatever the description is. I'm just doing this on the fly, so it probably doesn't make sense. That's not the description. But you grab the description, you Control-C it, which is copy it, and then on your resume, down the bottom, you Control-V it. So Control-V. Where is it? Hold on. Give me a sec. So there you Control-C, then you get to your resume, and you Control-V. Yep, and so you copy in the description at the bottom of your resume, and then you highlight it. You might have to get rid of the bullet points, and you turn it white, so they can't see it. So it's gone. But what happens these days is when you put resumes into these big companies, a computer reads it. And the computer is looking for keywords in your resume to shortlist the resumes. And so if your keywords aren't in your resume for that specific job, it will just drop your resume out. So what you need to do is you need to copy the job description, put it in the bottom of your resume, you make it white. You make it white so the person reading it eventually can't see that. You make it in PDF form, which isn't Word, so they can't highlight it. And they see that, the computer picks that up, and then you've got a higher chance of getting in there. Bro, yeah, biggest hack on planet Earth. But anyway, that's it. So just to recap, guys, Freeo Cranes, good company to get heaps of experience in different cranes. They've got a whole range of cranes. Also Link Force Engineering. Google search crane companies in your area. Google search them. Email every single crane company. If none of them will give you a go, get some experience with a training company. Get some money together. Maybe group it. Get a couple of boys. If 4 of your boys and your friends want to get experience, all 4 go in to make the cost lower. WA, seek job Indeed, and copy and paste the job description into the bottom of your resume for the computers to pick it up. So that's it. But you're going to have to work hard. You're going to have to be persistent. Don't give up. And then once you get experience or you get a job, please email me and tell me you didn't give up. So it gives me hope, you know. Email me, tell me your story, and I'll be more than happy to give you more encouragement and give you more tips. But that's how you get in. That's how you get into the industry. Persistence, hard work. Your first job's going to be shit, but 6 months of shit to a lifetime of cruising, mate, it's all worth it. Alright guys, I hope that helps. Subscribe here, like this video, leave a comment in if you don't like it. We can have an argument. Joking. Cheers guys. Dale's Rigging and Crane Tips.